And in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about this thing that you hear about all the time, this follow your passion. And if you're anything like me, I know when I started this journey, I was just like, no idea what my passion is. You know, I had so much going on in my life, and I don't know why, but and I think it's quite common as well. I don't think everybody knows. I think there's some people who know all their life what their passion is, what they need to do, what they're driven to do, but I'm just not one of those people. It doesn't mean I'm not a passionate person, but it means maybe I haven't quite discovered it yet. So it's kind of getting to the basis of what you should do when you don't know what you should do. So anyway, I've also got a giveaway that I'm going to announce at the end of this broadcast, so hang on in there for all those of you who are considering doing live, or you're doing live broadcasting, then this is going to be for you. Just to give you a little bit of background of how I came about this topic, because it really came out of the blue last week for me. I was listening to Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk, and if you've heard of Gary Vaynerchuk or you know anything about Gary Vaynerchuk, you know he is an incredibly passionate individual. And the book Crush It is about basically following your passion, doing what you're passionate about, and you will make, you know, lots of money if you follow your passion. And it took me right back to when I started my online journey, because I kind of reached this point where I knew to move forward, I needed to do something in the online world. And all I heard was follow your passion. You've got to do what you're passionate about. And I was like, I'm not even sure what I'm passionate about. I like some stuff, and obviously I'm passionate about my family. I love my boys, but I'm not quite sure how I would turn that into a business. I was actually feeling quite lost, and I didn't really know what to do. So I just decided to just move forward and just get the training, learn how to become an online marketer. And the hope was that something would eventually fall into place for me, which it has, and I will sort of explain a bit more about that as I tell the story. But I think, do you know what? I think if you don't know what your passion is, probably the most important thing is to move away from the things that make you unhappy. And you know, at the time I was in a job as a school secretary. Had a mountain of debt, and I, you know, with my husband and I both working the way we were, I just couldn't see an end to this debt that we had. We got it because my husband was out of work for long periods, and we lived off our credit cards just to survive. And, you know, moving forward is so depressing when you see this mountain of debt in front of you and you think, I don't even know how the heck we're going to pay this off. And that was a huge motivating factor, that I knew I had to stop trading time for money and actually, you know, just make, obviously swap that around so that you're making a lot more money for your time. And, you know, time was another thing. You know, it was a lack of time. I wasn't getting lots of time to spend with my children, because obviously with work and everything else. And it takes away your choices, you see. And the whole thing of working online is it gives you your choices back. So if my boys are ill, if they need me, I can be there like that. I can drop what I'm doing. It doesn't matter. I can be with my children. So for me, it was less about my passion and more about moving away from the things that I wasn't happy about in my life. And the thing is, you find that when you start getting rid of those things that are making you unhappy, new doors start opening, and you start finding things that are making you joyful, things you never realised you enjoyed before, that you found passion in. And for me, it's been helping other people to come on the same journey that I'm on with my online business. So, you know, that is probably your first step, is to think, identify where you're not happy and change it. You know, change the things you can change. You know, you can start part-time, it doesn't really matter, but you have the option basically to make that decision and move away from those things. The fact is, just taking any steps towards, or away, shall we say, to any steps you can take that move you away from those things that cause you pain, it's a start, and you'll be surprised at how quickly things snowball in your favour. You know, it's like the universal forces start moving with you when you start moving in a direction that's making you happier. And if you believe in the law of attraction, you start resonating on a higher vibration, therefore attracting more good things to you. And I mean, I've been absolutely gobsmacked by what's happened to me in the last couple of months, which is pretty amazing. So, you know, my suggestion is really, rather than, you know, trying to work out what your passion is, you know, don't worry about that. If you clear out the clutter in your life, if you manage to clear out the things that are causing you pain, you will find your passion. It will just come to you, and you know that's the main thing. And whatever, you know, opportunity that resonates with you, you've got to go with it. Just follow it. It will take you on a journey. You know, mine's not been a straight road by any means. I've had a lot of ups and downs this last year, and it's only this last couple of months that I've had any kind of success. But it's all a journey. It's all learning, and you must always look back how far you've come. Okay, never ever sort of think, well, I haven't done as well as I thought I would, because honestly, there were a long time that I felt that way. But then you think, well, I've learned so many new skills, you know, I've got so many new opportunities open to me, but just keep moving forward, basically. So anyway, I hope that's been really useful to you, but don't go away just yet. I have got something that I want to tell you about. I've been putting it together for the last week. Because of what I've been doing with these live broadcasts, I have put together a giveaway for you guys. For anyone who's interested in going into live broadcasting and they're not quite sure where to start, what they need in place, that sort of thing. If you go to crushitwithkaren.com, you'll be able to sign up there and get... basically, it's a sheet. It will tell you the mistake you really want to avoid, and it will tell you the one thing you need to do that will get you your maximum engagement on these lives. And there's some other tips there as well. And there's also a bonus that I've added too. Yep, crushitwithkaren.com, pop over there. Download the cheat sheet. That I'm going to be doing a lot more follow-up as well. I'm going to be giving you, as I'm working things out with this live broadcasting, I'm going to be telling you what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. So, you know, if you're following me here, then it's well worth you doing that, and I'll look forward to chatting to you there as well.